Amanda McEwen here, Rising Star Developer. One of the questions I've recently been asked are, what are my daily habits that support me in business and in life? And I think I'd have to say the number one thing that supports me in business and daily life is being healthy. So I'm out here taking a hike, getting some fresh air. It's a bit chilly, getting fresh air, but exercising, and that helps clear your head as well. So that's by being healthy, and that's being conscious of what I put in my body as well as what I do with my body. That is a really, really key thing that supports me in life and in business. Because if you're sick, if you're sluggish, if you're not feeling well, you can't perform at the level you need to perform to be able to have the energy to get to do the things you want to do. So definitely. So for me personally, I'm up generally at 6 o'clock every single morning. I'm either I do yoga twice a week, which really is it's like my mental health therapy. It really helps calm me and center me, and it gives me a clear head. So that's important for me. I'll do a 10-minute daily meditation. I try to squeeze in every day. Some days are better than others, but I have the intention to do that, and that once again helps clear my head so they've got clarity of thought. And if I'm not going to yoga, then I'm just doing some sort of movement. So I'll either go for a hike, or if I'm looking down so I don't trip over while I'm walking, I'll go for a hike, take the dog for a walk, or I'll just cross over, or I will just do a workout using an app just to keep my body moving and ready and getting blood pumping through my body. Then it's how I fuel my body. So I always have healthy breakfast. I generally try to start off with like a warm lemon water. I've actually got into brewing like turmeric, ginger, lemon and manuka honey, which is divine. But that's really good for kickstarting your metabolism and helping your gut before you load it with food. So I'll have that first, and then I do love a cup of tea. I don't drink coffee, it's not my thing, but I do love tea. So a cup of tea and then a nice breakfast. I actually have chocolate for breakfast every single day, which might not sound make a lot of sense, but I have a raw cacao. I'm gluten-free, so a raw cacao muesli, and I have that with a coconut yogurt and fresh berries, and that's my staple breakfast every single morning, and it's chocolate, but healthy chocolate. It's raw, unprocessed, raw cacao, and it is absolutely delicious. I might shoot you a video and show you what I make because it is so good. And then I drink water. I've got a drink bottle that actually shows me how much I need to drink by a certain time. If I'm busy, then I just keep an eye on that and keep myself hydrated, because that's really key as well. If you're dehydrated, it really does mess with your clarity of thought. And then lunch-wise, I generally always eat something clean. So in summer, I love salads. So I've got a great salad bar not near our house, which I go to. And then soups, or just really healthy, clean food is what I generally eat for lunch. But I'm starving by about 11 o'clock, so I have an early lunch, and then I might have a small afternoon tea, and then dinner. I mean, I've got 3 kids, so trying to create meals that they'll eat as well is a bit of a juggle. I've also got one vegetarian daughter, so I always have to try and juggle that. But it's very simple food, but it's clean. It's made from scratch. I'm very conscious of the produce that I buy, so I generally buy organic when I can, and same with meat if I can. And then I also I look at labels, so I make sure there's no preservatives or numbers in my food, which my girls give me a lot of grief about because I'm always checking the backs of packets. But that's just the way that I am. I want to make sure that I'm putting clean food that's my body's supposed to take in. And that doesn't mean I don't eat the occasional junk food, or my girls don't. They certainly have their fair share of junk food. But yeah, try to make sure that I put in whatever I can as clean as I can. Alcohol-wise, I love a nice glass of wine. I'm not a huge drinker, but I try not to drink during the week because I find that it just it affects my sleep, and a lot of people do as well, because your body's trying to process the alcohol, and it affects your liver, and it makes you wake up about 2 in the morning. So I try not to drink during the week. If I'm going out with some friends or I've got an event on, then I'll have a glass of wine. I'm not really strict on it, but I just, during the week, if I haven't got anything else on, I don't drink. I do like chocolate, but not a huge amount of it. So I might have a little bit of chocolate at the end of the day if I feel like it. But I don't try to deprive myself of anything. If I really feel like something unhealthy or chocolate or whatever, then I'll have it. But it's just not something that I have every single day, because first and foremost, I want to make sure I'm putting the right fuel in my body. So that's that's really probably key in terms of the health side of things. So that's from a business and life perspective, definitely making sure that I'm being as healthy as I possibly can. And that's also from a family perspective too. If you're not healthy, then trying to show up, be the best version of yourself when you're feeling like crap and sluggish, it really does affect every component of your life. So if you make one change in your life, for business and for life, just look after yourself. Look after your health and respect it. I think you've got to respect your body, respect those around you, respect money. Respect is a really undervalued value. So respect yourself, number one, by taking care of the temple that we've got, which is our bodies. So that's probably the first thing. The second thing would be really being crystal clear about what you want and planning around that. I'm a big planner. And I think it's really, really important to firstly know what you want and then put a plan around how you're going to make it happen. Because if you don't know what you want, how are you going to get, and you're not living the way that you want to live, how are you going to know what changes to make to be able to get there? So I'm crystal clear around what I actually want to achieve in a year, in 3 years, in 5 years. And that's from a business perspective, but also from a life perspective, because they really do go hand in hand. So I know what my goals are at a high level, short term and long term, and then I plan around that. So every single decision that I make is in alignment with my values first, but also with what I want to achieve for my family, for myself personally, and for my business. So when I do planning, I do planning every single year around October, November, ready for the calendar year ahead. But I also do it again in May, just to check in, to fall in line with the business years, the financial year. And so what I do is I start off with a wheel of life. So looking at all the components of my life, relationships, financial, personal growth, health, all those sort of things. And then I make sure that I've got, key goals around that, or I actually know what I want in those components. And then from there, I'll do a plan, like a 12-month plan. Okay, what I need to do in each of those elements to get to where I want to get to be able to live the life that I want to live. So that's what I do. And then, so that then sets the theme for the 12 months ahead. And then it's broken down per month. What do I need to do every single month to be able to meet those annual goals? So that's all documented from a high level. And I try to only do sort of 3 to 5 things per month. So I'm not overscheduling myself. And then that then drives the activity for the month on a weekly basis. And so I'm pretty clear what needs to happen every single week, and then it drives the daily basis. But by just doing that planning, it just means that every single week when I get up on a Monday, I go, okay, what's my focus for I know what my goals are for the month, I know what my goals are for the week, and then it's broken down per day. What do I need to achieve per day to be able to, to get to where I want to get to that week? So it's really just making small, consistent steps on a daily basis that lead to your weekly goals, and then your weekly goals that lead to your monthly goals, and then it leads to your annual goals. So it all just flows into one another. And I've got to say, it just gives you that clarity of thought and that clarity of direction to help you get to where you want to go. Because if you don't, then you're almost like a rudderless ship, just going with the flow and seeing where it goes. And that can be okay for some elements of your life. But if you're not happy with where you are, then have a think about what changes you need to make. Work out firstly what you want, and then put some strategies in place to make it happen. And then the last thing is just showing up, showing up and actually consistently taking action. And things will get in the way, and there'll be some days where you get thrown curveballs and you don't achieve what you want to achieve for that day, but then you've got tomorrow as well, and then you can get back on track. So I hope that gives you some insight into what has really enabled me to achieve the financial, the business and the lifestyle goals that make me feel fulfilled and make me be able to bounce out of bed in the morning inspired about the day ahead. So I'd love to hear in the comments below, where are you with that? What are your habits that help you get to where you want to get to, or make you feel fulfilled, make you want to bounce out of bed in the day? I'd love to hear it. So drop a comment in below, and let's see what comes out of it. Bye for now.